please continue watching this video because what I'm going to talk about can save you so much time on your self-improvement journey. I've spoken with countless people on self-improvement, and this happens to every single one of them without fail. It's quite amazing. Avoiding this trap and realizing it will save you so much time. And this trap waiting for you is ego and pride. Let me set the stage. Everyone, you start off as a degen loser. You watch anime. You play video games 8 hours a day. You jack off fucking 4 times a day. But you discover something called self-improvement. And you start doing some good habits. Pretty much always you just start going to the gym. So you start doing some good habits and you feel pretty good about yourself. You watch these self-improvement videos about how people who do the bad habits are Jeffries and losers. Look at the people around you and you place yourself above them. They are the losers, not me, because I am better. I'm doing the good habits. Although this video isn't the fanciest, like top 7 ways to get girls or 3 ways to get jacked in 2 months, I think it will help you more than any of those other videos will. So you start doing the good habits, and you start getting a bit of an ego, a superiority complex. You criticize your friends and you say some messed up stuff. You become an egotistical and bitter person, completely self-absorbed in yourself. You may think this won't happen to you, but every single person I've talked to has experienced this at one point in time. Now, there's 2 problems with this ego. The first problem is that you just become a dickhead, right? You lose friends and you start hating other people who've been your friends for most of your life. You disrespect them and criticize them for everything. No, but it's fine. They're just Jeffries. No, you are the Jeffrey. You are still nobody. You have still amounted to nothing. At least have your ego be justified. Just because you're doing some good habits doesn't make you any better of a person to them. You're probably not far from them. You probably haven't even made that much progress, to be honest. You are just self-absorbed in yourself. Disgusting. People think differently of you in a bad way. They will see you as a selfish bastard, which is exactly what you are. The second problem is that you limit your own personal growth. When you place yourself above everyone else and you think you're the shit, you don't grow much as a person because you don't think there's much room for improvement. But when you remove this ridiculous ego, you can start to make some real and fantastic progress. I was on self improvement for a while, doing all the good habits, no FAP, meditation, no phone and stuff, everything. I started to criticize other people about what they were doing wrong. But in reality, my ego blinded me to what I was still doing wrong. I was letting my grades slip. I wasn't working hard on any business or anything outside of the gym. Of course, I didn't want to accept this fact. My ego blinded me to the progress there was still to be made. When I did eventually get rid of my ridiculous ego, I started making real progress in all areas of self improvement. I accepted the fact that I still had so much more to learn, and that humility was liberating. I would have stayed an egotistical bastard if it weren't for one of my friends who told me something that I still remember to this day. I don't know exactly the context, but I was talking about self improvement, and eventually, I was being a little condescending. So eventually, he just told me straight to my face, "Who do you think you are?" And it stuck with me. Who do you think you are? It truly did. I started to realize that I was still a loser, despite being a little jacked and putting on some muscle, despite doing some good habits. Oh, I don't play video games anymore, guys. I'm such a bonus. No, I was still just a normal teenager. I started thinking about this for a while, and eventually, I got the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, and I read this book and it really resonated with me, and it changed me a lot for the better. Especially this principle: do not criticize or condemn other people. Oftentimes, because everyone always thinks they're in the right? You don't want to think you're doing something wrong. You don't want to think you're immoral or you're a dickhead, right? You want to think, I'm correct, everyone else is wrong. So you tend to criticize and condemn other people for what they're doing wrong. In reality, this helps nobody. It only helps grow your own ego and infatuation with yourself. You need to maintain your humility throughout your entire self improvement journey. Because in the beginning of your self improvement journey, you probably made a lot of progress, right? You realized, I'm a loser, I have so much more I need to work on, and you made progress. But eventually, your ego got sky high, and this progress slowed down because you didn't have the humility to recognize that you still had things to improve upon. You need to maintain your humility throughout your entire self improvement. This will do two things. It will make you a lot more of a likable person. It will accelerate your self improvement tremendously. You will have the ability to recognize your faults and realize you still have so much to improve on. You need to abandon any resentment or hatred for anyone, and you need to abandon your ego. Here's the final takeaway. You are no better than any man, for you are nothing. For a man, for if a man thinks he is something, when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. You are no better than any man, because you were in their position at one point in time as well. You were a loser at one point as well. Heed this advice well, for it is almost unavoidable for men like us on self-improvement to avoid this trap. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you gained something out of this video, and I hope you realize and attempt to avoid this trap. Maybe you've already fallen for the trap. Maybe you're in the midst of falling for the trap. But truly, avoiding this will help you tremendously. You can start to make some real progress. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.